What's up? Welcome back to Oberman Amplified. I'm your host, Kristen Ford, and today the podcast is Shameless Self-Promotion because it's Pinto LUXE release day. Yes! I'm so excited. A bunch of new songs and the album. I don't know if you've heard it. There's 12 songs on here. They're amazing. So I just figured I would take the time to chat with you about the new record as we listen down, give you a little behind the scenes as we just celebrate, Righteous Babe Records, Kristen Ford, another record out in the world, Pinto LUXE, which you can pick up today or stream it if you must. So, okay, the first song that kicks off this 19-track saga is Here's to You, Kid, featuring Ani DeFranco. Okay. It's so funny to me that this video has almost 3,000 views on it. Because I was all like, we're beyond, like, traditional videos. No one's going to watch a horizontal video. We need to make vertical videos. That's where my mind was at in 2023, 2024. Only verticals. So this was kind of thrown on as like a, okay, let's just do a music video. We found a white wall. This was someplace out in rural Tennessee, and I just grabbed as many props as I could that were like bright and colorful. I don't know, I'm like taking my shorts off. Yeah, this song was recorded at the cabin in Nashville, Tennessee, and it was like the top of the song you hear, woo! It's me like doing my vocal warm-ups. It was the first thing we did of the day. Matty Alger on drums. Ethan Bollinger on bass. He played also with Miranda Lambert on guitar. We've got Joseph Jarrett on the Rhodes. I'm playing some guitar. We got Ani DeFranco on vocals. French Champagne call out. Let's go. John Driscoll Hopkins on vocals. Rachel Pearl on vocals. Christine Mode on vocals. A lot of singers on this track. Everybody wanted to sing. The director of this music video, Helena Green, she's awesome. She's like a firecracker. We had a good day together just making art. And I like what she did with the little sparkles and the like blurring and different effects and stuff. It's a cute video. I am like, there could have been a plot or something. Anyway, this song has been really fun. One in my catalog, and a lot of, like, it was just crazy getting the news that Ani was interested in being the feature, and that was, like, cool with her. It's like, hell yeah. So anyway, that's Here's to You, Kid. Let's move along to Whiplash. So this song, I originally had written it to try to send it to Post Malone, and my rep at CSAC was kindly like, his name's E.T., super cool guy. He was like, Posty's probably like his inner circle is like a little bit closed up. You might want to like get in a little sooner. And luckily I just kept the song for myself. And it's so much fun when I play it live. I always coach everybody when I say break me off like a Kit Kat. You gotta clap 4 times. So this music video, we shot it out in the desert, and it was adjacent to a nudist colony, not on a nudist colony. Although I do talk about nudity in the video. No one was naked. It's all Hollywood magic. You can't trust it. 'Cause you hit me with the whiplash. Anyway, Faith was the name of the girl who played my love interest on and off again in the video, and I think JP Riley and team did just a really great job of editing it all together. And it was hot. It was the desert. So like I feel like the actors, we didn't really have to do that much, but all the people who were like setting up the shots and moving gear around and making it all work were actually really in it. All right, next we're moving on to Girl in the Mirror. Which, actually, this song, I had a concept for. I worked with a friend of mine, a Girl in the Mirror, but we're just lacking a little bit of the budget to pull it all together. It was really like cool concept though, where it's like this chick's going through her life and looking in different windows, and she can't see herself clearly with all these different people until she gets to fall in love with the girl in the mirror. So if we ever make the music video, it's going to be very heartfelt and amazing. Thanks to Liv Lombardi letting me borrow their guitars. We needed to recut the acoustics for some reason. Producer John Driscoll Hopkins of the Zach Brown Band, we just want like indigo girls, like acoustic guitars that sound like acoustic guitars. And we got them. We needed them, and we got them. I really like to play Girl in the Mirror at shows where I feel like the audience doesn't know me, because it's like my life story, so I get to introduce myself. Oh boy. Let's go on to White Man's Dream. This was the song that got me started on all of this righteous babe-bosity. Righteous babe-bosity. So, this one was fun. It was like the first single that I released as a Righteous Babe artist. So we announced the single, that I was signed, that I was going on tour. We announced it like all at once. And yeah, really great, exciting day. This video, I went to a parking garage in Nashville. It's a library parking garage. And just set up and just did whatever the fuck. Every once in a while, security would roll around, and Rebecca was helping me. She was the DP on this. My wife, Rebecca Lassane. She's often my behind-the-scenes, like, stylist, makeup, hugs. It's hard to be an artist sometimes. But yeah, man, this video kind of makes me miss Nashville. Just 8 years there. Such a big part of my life. Some of this styling was Vero at the Bowery Vault loaned me out a couple cute outfits for the Ani DeFranco tour. And I think I was just about to go, or I just got back from tour that we filmed this video. But anyway, this song was recorded in New Orleans, and Ani kind of like coached me through the lead guitar, and I somehow played the drums. I don't know, they did some editing magic. And then when Hop was mixing the record in Atlanta, he noticed that we had like a chord that was like rubbing, and that we needed to adjust it. So we did. Anyway, so that's White Man's Dream. That's track number 4. Let's move along to Birds of Steel. Oh, this is a funny song and a funny video. Thanks for liking and subscribing if you made it this far. God, I have the best friends and the best fans. So much support. So this Birds of Steel video was shot in Illinois, in Peoria, and I found out that the house actually may not be preserved quite as well because some other people needed to like live there. Real life had to happen, but when I was staying there, it was mid-century modern, multiple levels, OCD like commitment to it's this time period. And my friend Mariel was my ride or die. She showed up and helped me shoot it, and I had very vivid dreams that night. And yeah, oh yeah, I forgot we did this little sketch at the beginning of the video. I love it. I love a good video like setup where there's a plot to this video. And it has 1,600 views. You know, like the first video, here's you kid, no plot, just some props, some bullshit. This one is like legit committed to the concept. Oh my god, I look so tan. Have my summer skin on. Ani sort of directed the vibe of this shoot and then did all the editing, I think on iMovie, which I don't think is as easy to use as some other softwares, but super fun. That chicken was gross, I remember that. Just, yeah, running around playing housewife. Birds of Steel. This was like the last song of the day, and we just kind of like improvised multiple ways of playing it. And I think Ani cut it into the version of the arrangement that it is. So effectively is a co-writer on it. And the ending was like a total surprise. Like, whoa, crazy. But yeah, Birds of Steel, love that song. White Lighter, I have a music video coming for it, but it's not out yet. But the music video for it I did film in LA, and I was staying at this sort of seedy motel, and I accidentally went to a tiki bar before the hotel, and I don't know what was going on, but it was inspiring. And I made a music video for White Lighter, which White Lighter in Massachusetts culture is like, you know, bad luck. Because I also really like using hua, hua in my song titles, because next up is Wild Heart, which was a really, really fun music video, and I've gotten great reactions from people that like it's made them cry, or it's made them feel hopeful or something. But anyway, Wild Heart dropped exactly 1 year ago today. Hell yeah. Oh my god, Wild Heart's so loud. Killing it. So this was directed by Joey J. Haley, produced by Bree Patton, director of photography, Catherine, Ryan Baker, gaffer, Murdoch, key grip and colorist, Rebecca Lassane, art direction and styling, Red Lewis, barely covered clothing, wardrobe and styling, consulting, Hannah Bredvik, production assistant, Margot Williams, editor. Wild Heart, written by Kristen Ford and Ani DeFranco. I wrote this song about the drag ban, and God, things have gotten so much worse since then. It's going in the wrong direction. Isn't anyone making protest music? Just asking. Pinto LUXE is out today. So exciting. This one right here is how we start off side B, Wild Heart. So you've enjoyed the first 6 songs of the record. You gotta flip it, and now we keep it going. Yeah, this video is very LA. Like, it looks like we're in a beautiful park, but if you look closely, like there is some just like garbage in the back with the trees, because any park in LA, there's just like people living there and just like throwing trash everywhere. And they were actually cleaning the porta potties. I remember this now, like our call time, they were like cleaning the porta potties, and Zach, who plays our conservative, who was so great, was like sleeping in his car because he's a bartender. He worked till 4 a.m., but he's an actor and he never says no to an opportunity. So we did our thing, and then those are voodoo donuts in the video. I got myself a little voodoo donuts tattoo, frying donuts. It's a real deal. But there's a lot of queer joy on display here. And then Ryan Casada played our trans lead, our queer hero. And Ryan is kick-ass. He's so cool. He's doing such great things. So it was really fun to work together on this video. And, you know, this record it's just so crazy how, like, you work on something for years and years, and the song's, you know, a year old, but holy shit, what did we make? What did we do? Like, this is so great. Okay, let's move along to The Fall. All right, so The Fall, I worked on myself. I kind of like came up with this concept, and the first thing that happened was went to my friend Tony and Leanne's wedding, and they had a crashed plane at the reception. Like, not a crash plane, but just a plane that had all overgrown with weeds and looked super apocalyptic. And I was like, okay, well, we have to film for The Fall because it's like crash plane, The Fall. And then I was like, okay, let's have some kind of storyline where this girl's going to meet this other girl and is imagining meeting them. They're gonna fly to see them. It's like very lesbian. Like, oh my God, I met you. I'm gonna come and visit you, and I have all these fantasies about you. And then on the way, there's some turbulence, and our protagonist like never gets to live out that fantasy because there's a fall, and then they're maybe in a parallel reality, or I don't know where, but something happens, and the love interest doesn't ever get to meet up with her beloved. But this song, I feel like it's very like 90s and in like a grungy, fun way. And it also, like, I'm very proud of the fact this song is too raunchy for NPR. Even though there's no cuss words, it's like finger on my trigger. I don't know. I say things that are not acceptable all the time. But on this one, I was pretty proud of the songwriting, to be honest, to kind of just like lean into those double entendres where it's very steamy, very sultry, but without, you know, being too overt about it. It's funny to watch this music video. I'm like, who edited this? It was me. I was really into the super close crops. I don't know, I think as an editor, director, I'm like going through different phases, trying different tools. And yeah, it's really fun to look at life through a lens. I mean, you always are, but as you're creating film and editing clips together, like it really is a joyful creative process. So anyway, let's move along to Richest in the World. This song features John Driscoll Hopkins, Zac Brown Band. I opened the tune playing Didgeridoo, and I had a lot of concepts of like crazy music videos for the song, but we have yet to put it together. But yeah, it's just about the things that truly matter in life. Richest in the world, you know, like, what do you need? All you need is love. You have it all. And you know, I think in some ways tragically and in some ways really wonderfully, I've lost people in my life that aren't on this physical plane anymore, and yet they're still with me. I feel them, and I feel just privileged every day to be able to do this, give this life a go. And to sing this song with John Driscoll Hopkins was amazing. He's got such a great baritone. Oh yeah. Love it. The production on this song is very like full and feels very sonically, everything is in its place, which is funny because I'm not an everything in its place kind of person, but we all have our moments, I guess. I love hearing all those vocals, all those harmonies. It's so good. So good. Richest in the world. Pop Pop Fizz Fizz. This music video was the fastest I've ever worked. Filming it was a lot faster than editing it. And I had this punching bag from UFC that I thought would be fine. I had just had a ridiculous fight with the punching bag, and I kind of liked it. It was just like throwing my arms around and kicking crazy, and then just the copyright, I tried to blur it out, and then Trump with his fighting dome and all of it, I was just like, no, I'm just cutting this all out. So thanks to my friend JP Riley for catching that, being like, hey, that's a little bit of a copyright. And yeah, this was just an Airbnb in San Diego. My dad's from San Diego, so it's kind of cool to be coming back home, one generation removed. And yeah, they had this great pool and played the show, and it's just like, okay, let me set up a tripod and just like do this. It's very California. It's very Southern California. And I'm just kind of someone who's like always taking pictures and taking videos and like thinking about how it could be the next thing. So, of course, when we went to the dive bar and I saw the mermaid show, it's like, okay, I gotta work this into the video somehow. And then I actually wound up just keeping the original slow motion sound of the jump into the pool. I thought it was kind of a cool, like, dream sequence in the middle of a music video that doesn't super have a plot. Okay, there's no plot, but it is very pink. There's a lot of pink. I love pink. Okay, and I go into the pool. And there's the mermaids. Oh my god, and there's the mermaids. Okay, so that's probably enough for Pop Pop Fizz Fizz. Rock and Roll Driveway. I feel like we made a music video for this. Maybe not. Oh, okay, no music video. It was just a pretty silly video that me and Joe made where we're like walking around in his driveway, which was the original Rock and Roll Driveway. We got together for a co-write in East Nashville, and well, technically Madison, and I was like, what happened to your carport? And he was like, oh, someone hit it at a practice, and then they just took the whole thing down. So now we just have a driveway. It used to be, yeah, no garage, no swimming pool. The drummer hit the carport. I kind of feel like that's like millennial. Like, I really thought I'd have a pool by now, guys. Like, I don't know what happened, but we're just gonna rock with this driveway. But yeah, I love freeze of burn ice cream melting on the sidewalk. All these Fox News stars listening to hip hop. He's just got a great vibe, great swimming pool. The drummer in the carport, rock and roll driveway. I don't care anymore. Worldviews are very different. Take another drag on a cigarette. Yeah, there's something that we completely sync up with. It's a knockdown, drag out night to forget. The best. So, Rock and Roll Driveway, I really drag racing down Church Street, honking a horn. Window down. It's a drag when the problem's too big to ignore. I don't care anymore. Last song on the record, Brand New Pair. I took Levi's out of the title to not get sued, but it was Brand New Pair of Levi's. This was John Driscoll Hopkins' favorite song sonically on the record, which I like that. And Ani really, you know, she produced the whole record, but this song she really, I think as an artist, she pushed me to make a love song and not just like another song about being on the road or something snarky or something that felt like what I want to say in the moment. And I sometimes push back against being like corralled into any lane at all. And I think the result was like many, many takes, many incarnations. But we come up with this last one. And also, like, when I got the mix back with Ani playing so much banjo, I was just like, is this happening? And then, you know, the end of the song, it's just a cool fade out on love. What else is there to finish a record? It's like you go on this whole journey, ups and downs, and then love, love, love. It's so fucking deep. It's so true. I mean, I still need to just remind myself of that. Okay, it's time for the Whiplash remix. Let's see if it's up on YouTube. It is. So, oh shit, here we go. So Dan Konopka, or D Konopka, of the band OK Go, remixed this song for the live LUXE bonus record that came out today. I love it. It's Pride Month. Get it. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I just emailed Dan. I was like, remix is out. That's how it goes in music. You like work on a project and you're like, oh yeah, that. I remember that. That was a while ago. So anyway, there's... All right, moving on to Lisa Frank, which I actually remastered this song. I think it sounds good. The song kind of fell through the cracks. It never was on a record. It was just a single and a really fun music video. The music video has like over 75,000 views. Could be because Lisa Frank is a brand that people know. Or they're like, is Lisa Frank a monster? And then they find this song. And I'm fine with that. The guitar sounds so good, though. They're creamy. I recorded those myself. Like in my bedroom, you know? Guitars sound fucking good. Alright. Let's keep it moving. Next we got True Blood. One of the Play It Forward sessions for Music Neighbors, an amazing nonprofit in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm so glad that they had me on the show. And sounds great. Okay, here we go. White Man Stream live. at La Passion Rouge, New York City, on his birthday. That was a crazy show. Abby Posner mixed the live recordings, and she really did a great job of like bringing out the clarity where you can just hear everything like a studio recording, but it was live right in the basement in New York City. Yeah, no drummer, just solo. It was like whatever I'm feeling. I was pretty amped that night. I think I was told there was a booking agent in the room and I needed to like impress them, and then I think either they didn't come or they weren't impressed. Either way, I did my best, and you can hear it. You can hear the results on this song. So that is White Man's Dream live. I love it. Then we're gonna get to Girl in the Mirror live. It's cool to hear this live. You know, you get the energy. And we got Wild Heart live. Let's go. Oh yeah. Wild Heart. It's so great to have a song that you're like mad. You know, you're like, I'm actually mad. And yeah, a way to get it all out. So awesome. Awesome. Wild Heart. Well, I'm using machines to create the music. I look down because my pedals are down here on the floor. Like, I'm using machines to create the loops and the delays and the music, but I'm also like not really sure what they're gonna do. So in some ways they have a humanity to them, you know, or I'll make a mistake or something will be different and it'll actually be cool. But each show you never really know what might happen, and that's part of the magic of it. So wow. That's pretty much it, y'all. Pinto Live. It's out today. Check it out. Pinto LUXE. So many additional tracks. The story continues. And it's just pretty wild that I'm just like this kid from Western Massachusetts who traveled all over and had a dream and chased it, and it didn't happen the way I thought it would, and it continues to be just a wild mystery. But I'll be here making art, and I really do love my fans so much and my supporters so much, and I feel so grateful to be just all the myriad of ways that we create a community and make art together. It's so fucking cool. And this podcast, Overman Amplified, has been amazing to have these long, in-depth conversations with people I respect and my friends. Happy release day. Listen to it on repeat. Buy it for a friend. It's Pride Month. Instead of not sponsoring Pride, I'm dropping a new album. How about that? Anyway, I love you so much. We'll be back for a more normal episode very soon. Love and light.